Welcome to Perils and Princesses Just Dessert, our sweet revenge campaign. Today I am overstaying their welcome, Jeff. I've been here too long, and it's awkward, and people are too polite to say anything at this point in time.
I genuinely don't think that has ever happened in my life, because the earliest opportunity I get to leave a place, I will leave it. Even if the opportunity doesn't present itself, I'll still do it. So,
oh yeah, no, it's true. I'm not much of a partier, so I definitely was the go home when it was polite and acceptable to go home kind of person.
We used to host parties.
Oh,
and then there would be other people that would stay too long.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Long, you can leave. Like, you can go.
I remember that. There were just some times where he would just go into his room and just lock the door and just never come out.
Yeah. Well, that's how Josh, like, were you there that night when Josh crashed on our
I don't think I was.
Yeah, he was. He had a night. Yeah. He got a little drunk.
Oh dear.
And he collapsed in our backyard and rolled around the grass. Anyhow.
Whoops, too much to drink. I guess you just like made him into a cocoon of blankets and shoved him in a sofa.
Mm-hmm. Tiny little man. Cute little boy. Pick him up, put him in your pocket.
That's that's the easy one to pick up. So that's pretty good. All right.
It's the male version of Melissa. Weigh roughly the same. Look very similar. Yeah. They both eat that slow.
Can't argue with that.
Slow. Can't jump.
All of it's accurate. That's a good. I should ask. Is she can jump? Yeah.
All right. Let's get into this. This is going to be our final session. There's no maybes. Going to be our final session. So let's do the summary for the last time. The princess party have entered the maw of the witch's tower very bravely, or something like that, as Lagolla metaphorically pulled the short straw and entered first so that she could sniff her way to Dulcina. In the sniff, you try. In the middle of the kitchen, a transparent figure of an older woman, quickly determined to be Dulcinea, appeared for a second before disappearing again. She didn't seem to notice Lagolla at that instance. After Dulcinea's disappearance, Lagolla realized that the kitchen was alive with magic and utensils, a number of them flying at Lagolla's head and an energetic pot dancing while overflowing with burnt sugary goods in the corner. Letty then took a look at the kitchen to see if she could deduce the source of the magic, quickly determining the mastermind utensils, a rolling pin, a cleaver, and a carving knife. With this knowledge and quickly finding ways to pin or trap the tools with little fuss, the princesses managed to clear the kitchen for exploration unmolested. They found a tapestry of garden with fresh sugar plums and candied rosebuds depicted in it, a bottle with a green tea-like liquid next to it, and garden key labeled across it, and a door on the far wall. While exploring, Ghost the Raven flew in to warn the princesses that they had better close the door, as loud thumps of armored footsteps could be heard outside. Following these instructions, the princesses then decided to move to the next room. Entering the study, the princesses found shelves of books on all sorts of magic. Letty loves it here. A tapestry of a bedroom, a plush reading chair, a winding staircase, and Dulcina's journal and hat next to the chair. Starting to explore the bookcases, Letty found a book called Drawing Inspiration, which allowed her to draw a skeleton key into existence. She was only able to use it once before she realized she needed to recharge the item. Adelaide took the witch's hat and found that it gave her an additional gift dice, but also made her talk with a dramatic magical echo. Deciding to move on with expedience, the princesses assumed that Dulcinea's bedroom would be at the top of the tower. The princesses found the menagerie on the second floor, decorated with a cotton candy unicorn, a licorice serpent, and a gummy bear, and a large egg, maybe 5 feet tall. On the far wall from them, they also saw a ladder thinking that walking the circumference of the room would be safe, Adelaide and Lagolla start heading out. Lagolla tumbling down a little bit on her way. Just as Letty, who was taking up the rear, looked at the marble stone of the floor and realized that some of the stones are fake and actually magical traps. At the fall of Lagolla, all the statues come to life and battle ensues. Using Lagolla's roar ability to push the confectionery constructs away from them, the princesses do readily handle them. During the battle, Letty and Adelaide go up the ladder and find themselves trapped at the top, completely abandoning Lagolla, of the tower. In the tower keep, they find a number of uncomfortable-looking straw mattresses that are clearly child-sized, remembering that Rory mentioned a tune that was sung when leaving the children's keep. They did manage to eventually escape. Returning down to the study and deciding to spend time reading Dulcinea's journal for hints. The clock ticked as the time passed. However, a lot of important information was discovered as Letty read more or less 80 years of Dulcinea history, including that they are looking for a soul cal parapet that Dulcinea treasured. I don't know about the pronunciation. I'm sorry. Treasured greatly. Lagolla spent her time inspecting the tapestry, noting a large bedroom and an odd mannequin in it. While Letty read, Adelaide started to try to read some of the books around the room, but instead accidentally rolled a 10 on a D10 and found the fake book called The Greatest Magical Achievements of Our Time and opened the secret door to the experiment room.
You're welcome.
Yes. Skipping a part of the tower. Inside, the princesses found a spoonful of soul sugar, an experiment book, and a human-size empty display case. Checking a few quick passages on the experiment book, the princesses read up on the soul cal parapet and a synthetic body creation so far. I'm going to say it differently every single time.
Just say amulet or necklace.
No. I'm going to try until I get it right. Sometimes it will be right. Sometimes it will be terribly wrong.
I'm rooting for you.
And we'll just get all the angry comments about it afterwards. But hey, all attention is good attention.
Engagement.
Yes. Tell me how wrong I am.
Go ahead, for you two people. Go ahead and comment. What's your favorite mispronunciation? I'm just going to throw it down there.
Oh no, Destiny, the author is now apologizing in chat. It is okay. I'm one of the people that reads a lot of words that I've never had to say. Don't feel bad. All right.
This is totally Kipser's fault. Don't worry.
If I had control of this Zoom right now, you would be so muted. All right, let's hear.
You hate it that I'm producing everything?
Yes. It says, in my own game, just a side tangent, in my own game, I've got a little Discord channel with a secondary jail thing, and I will manually pull people out of voice and throw them in jail for being annoying for a little while.
Wow. You're mad with power.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Good thing you're not in charge of production.
No, I think I should be. I think I could do a great job, Jeff.
Nah. I think we're okay.
So
Summary
is done. You guys are currently in the experimentation room, having just read those two passages. You've seen two tapestries so far that you might need to double check, trying to figure out how to get any sort of change in them, action in them, enter them, who knows? It's your stage.
So I think weren't we working? I want to say we were working under the assumption, or at least I think I was working on the assumption. I'm not sure if you are on the same page. Like, we think that tapestry, like we can, like that's it. Like that's the bedroom, right? Like we got to go into it somehow. And I remember
we ruled out the other things. That's where we landed. Yeah.
And I remember there was the tea where she was drinking, and I think we were thinking maybe that had something to do with it. Like that, like, you know, is that sound vaguely familiar?
Well, there's an entry in Sleepy Time tea.
Sleepy Time, that's what it's
I
called.
will reread the categories in the experimentation book. You had Sleepy Time tea, Soul Sugar, Dark Chocolate Night, Synthetic Body, which you read, Soul Call Periapt. I think that one was right. And the Cinnamon Dragon.
Okay. I know we were interested in the dragon, but also the tea as well. Because I don't know. My hunch is that the tea's got something to do with it somehow. Whether it puts us to sleep and we like go in our dreams or something like that. Yeah.
And we do if things go poorly, if this is like a one person drinks the tea, goes in, we do have the wakey potion that we may be able to like counteract some things if we have to.
Something tells me if we're making the tea, we're gonna have to go into our garden and get the leaves for it.
So,
Melissa, as the best dice roller in the group, can you give me a D6, please, for fun? Just for fun. Because time has passed a little bit while we've read.
We could just decline the fun roll. I'm just like,
no. I think we want the fun roll. It's so exciting. Look, this is my very excited face.
You want to mute her? I can mute her.
That's a 3.
Stupid, but I would never do it to you.
That's a 3.
3. Okay, thank you.
Oh dear.
That's a good choice, Melissa. Right in the middle, because you don't know if 6 is bad or 1 is bad. So just drop it in the middle. Take a little bit of medicine. Very rarely is 3 the worst thing. You know,
just to show the lovely Norse Foundry dice.
Like 1,000 things could have happened. Gosh.
Just.
Can I read then? Do you want me to read next about Sleepy Time or the dragon? Sleepy Time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can I read through, because we have the book, right? And I remember there were entries. So can I read about Sleepy Time tea?
Sure. Yeah. Give me that wits check to see if you're able to decipher her writing.
All right. 7. I rolled so many 7s on this dice. It's got to be weighted.
It's not too bad. So opening the passage, it's very near the beginning. You read about Dulcinea struggling. She seems to really enjoy, maybe not enjoy, but depend on this tea. And she seems to be trying to improve the taste of her recipe for Sleepy Time tea. The current recipe, you got your notepads up? The current recipe calls for sugar plums, fresh rosebuds, and spearmint, boiled in water and stirred with the feather of a white chocolate raven. She's tried sort of stubbing out the feather to no avail to make the tea taste better. She seems to believe that the white chocolate detracts from the tea. And she has tried dried rosebuds, but they were not useful. It does have to be fresh.
There's your theory about having to go into the,
Yep.
Yeah, so Adelaide is, as kind of Letty's reading that, Adelaide's looking at this tapestry and looking
so you're back over there. So Letty, you're the only one in the experimentation room then, if Adelaide has gone back to the bookcase, unless, Lagolla, are you in the study or are you in the experimentation room?
I think because I was trying to work out the tapestry, I think I was just staying in the study.
Okay, so you and Adelaide are looking at I will say, there's 2 tapestries. You're both looking at the one in the study, or has anybody gone to look at the one in the kitchen again?
I'm at the one in the kitchen.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
You're like you're a couple rooms away then, like, just so you know. You're wandering back.
So she's over here. You're there.
Like the first
and
interest
you're there.
Yeah, I feel like we have a game of telephone going on between the rooms, because like Letty can shout to Lagolla and Lagolla can shout to Adelaide.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's a magical witch's tower. I'm sure nothing could potentially go wrong.
So it's great. This is great, Melissa, considering you rolled the 3. So Melissa, as you're standing in this kitchen, you look down and realize because you hear some weird kind of sounds below, underneath your feet, and look down and you realize you're standing on a grate. There is a quick glimmer of something that looks metallic and shiny before you feel a sudden, or you see, now that you're looking down, a sudden urge, sort of a sudden push of some sort of ooze that comes up and starts to try to grab your feet. Give me a quick grace check.
Oh, goodness.
That must have been the stuff bubbling out of the pot.
Oh, dear. Grace, you say?
Uh-huh.
That's a 4 under 12.
4 under 12. You're able to quickly step back, that glimmer of metal disappearing into somewhere into this ooze body as the grate starts to get pushed up from this surge of sugar ooze that is following your footsteps back, pushing you further from the tapestry. Everybody can give me a wits roll now, and we'll see how quickly this kind of goes.
And Adelaide is sort
welcome,
of
Raiders.
Welcome to Raconteur Society.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Raid.
Cheers.
Help, because it's coming up from the floor. It's coming up from the floor. And she had sort of was holding the hat and she puts the hat back on. And so then you hear kind of the booming echo. It's coming from the floor. Help.
I'm not able to relay this to Letty because I rolled a 20.
Okay, Melissa, what did you succeed in your wits check?
Nope. 14 over 12.
Letty, did you succeed in your wits check?
I did.
Oh, you're reading. All right.
Oh, goodness. Dulcinea. Oh, God.
She is someone who is probably in modern terms obsessed with plastic surgery and the perfect appearance, which seems to shift and alter. And she's just kind of reaching for some sort of beauty that does not exist in her own form. All right. Since Letty is...
think I would hear her? I mean, I'm fine to say no because I'm so far away.
You're 2 rooms away. I'm afraid you're going to have to wait
put on the booming, echoing voice hat. I would like to argue.
Okay. I will give Letty a disadvantaged hearing. I'm going to say, weirdly enough, resolve, because this is kind of like a physical thing.
Fair enough. I think that's a pass. That's 8. 2 and an 8.
All right. Letty, you hear the faint and then a kind of a booming echo of help from the other room or a fair distance away.
Letty will close the book up, sigh annoyedly, and then is going to go into the study and is going to say, what is it? What do you need? Like thinking it's over here. Like, what is it? What? I'm trying to read.
Yeah, we'll just say that because I rolled a 20, I'm like shaking like books. I'm holding them by the covers. I'm like shaking to see if there's anything hidden in them.
Oh,
I'm a little occupied right now.
Derek, just give me
for help.
Derek, give me a D10 roll just for funsies. It's a funsies roll. Yay!
Oh, I pass. I don't like having fun.
Could he pick a bad book?
Give me. Yes, you can. Give me a fun roll. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, Jeff. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Hey, as long as it affects him, I'm cool.
A 2.
A 2.
2 people in the room die.
You've just dodged it.
Big fat
As you
ego.
kind of open and shake this book, a harmless frog seems to jump out and land on the floor.
Oh. Does it talk?
No, it appears to be a frog. Adelaide,
I talk to animals.
That's lovely. It's not your turn yet. The sugar ooze is going to attack you. I need to. Yep. We're going to try a critical hit. I rolled a natural 1.
You did.
I did.
Look at that. Look at you.
I know, isn't it? That was so special. Okay, so this ooze surging, this grate now kind of stuck to its head, slams towards you as it tries to start kind of consuming your ankles, if you will. It's going to try to pull you into itself. And you can feel a corrosive touch of 4 points of damage as it starts to burn through some of your clothing. And then I'm just going to do, give me a resolve check just because it did get a natural one. I want to see if it pulls you into it.
Oh, and I'm trying to do the like hop, 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 but like when you hop up and down, you have to land. And,
and more and more of this sugar ooze seems to be coming up and around you as you land.
13 over 12.
As it starts to get all the way up, as you try to hop out of its way, it's all the way up to your waist. You are not able to move at all from this position, and it's just going to do natural. If it's not taken out, going to continue to just do damage to you until it's dead.
Still has like the hat on, and so just booming, echoing voice, like help, help, help.
I will see. You realize that glint of metal that you'd been seeing before. It's actually, and you can see this because you're halfway into it, a key that it seems to be surviving and swirling around inside it. All right, so that brings us, Adelaide, Lagolla, it is your turn. Lagolla, you do hear help, help, help from the other room. At this point in time, it's hard to ignore.
I think Adelaide might be in trouble. I'm going to go take a look. And I'll move into the room. And do I see caramel or roasted sugar or whatever consuming her?
Well, the chat's made a good point again. I'm reading the side here. It would be maple syrup. Yeah, that is correct. Because, Canada. Yes, that is correct. This is a maple syrup ooze. Overcooked maple syrup, which is just not good. But still kind of good because it's maple syrup. The living maple syrup is consuming Adelaide.
With my running into the room and seeing this debate taking place between Adelaide and the ooze, would I be able to see the key, or is this something that would require attention to detail?
Attention to detail. Adelaide had a better opportunity to do it.
Okay, so my question rephrases, do I have to spend my action looking for the key, or is that something I could do and then take an attack?
I think the key is beyond your character's knowledge, and you should probably just save your friend.
Well, I was expecting... Well, because the things that the logic
is
of
not
this
particularly
is that...
interested in saving Adelaide.
No. I was just... This is... Last time we were attacked by cutlery, and when we froze 3 pieces, the whole thing fell apart. I think it's logical to assume the key is what holds the ooze together.
Okay, so if that's the perspective of your character, yes. Give me I'll take sight. Give me a resolve check. We're going to do some physical looking.
Keep losing my dice, so I keep moving them. 8. Yeah, I make it. Resolve's 11.
So... with the belief that clearly there's going to be a mastermind for most magical things, you look into the ooze and see a glint of metal that seems to be swirling around on the inside of it, kind of around Adelaide's torso, as it starts to wind its way slowly up her body. Yeah.
Okay. Then I tried to, because with a bow, like shooting into a puddle is kind of ineffectuous.
Yeah.
So I will try and shoot for the key when it's on each side of Adelaide, hoping that this is like the anchor of it or whatnot.
Sure. If you're going to aim for the key, I'm going to say it's a disadvantage on your attack, but you're welcome to do it. Because it is it's only a very small key.
Yeah. Would I be able to leverage my hunting talent at all to make it a straight roll?
How about this? Disadvantage, but I'll give you a D4 bonus to your roll.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay, that's a 1. So if I can roll a second one of those, that'd be nice.
What if
and you also
How
have
about
fishing?
One?
Fishing,
I do
totally.
have fishing. This is a pile of ooze. Fishing and hunting.
Hunting is completely in par, but fishing, that's way out of sorts. No one would think of fishing. Jeez, guys.
Okay, I'm going to roll my D4 now, because the second roll is a 15, which is 1 above my grace. Oh, wait, I could just... Hold on, I dropped the dice. Ow! Okay, roll the 4.
You just stepped on this D4.
I would have fallen out of my chair.
Caltrop.
Yeah, give me your damage. You get it.
I think I've rolled every single one of my dice that I have so far. Oh, that's a 6.
6 points of damage. You kind of shoot through this at the key, and you precisely get through sort of, it's an old-timey key with the sort of the brass small key with a circle for the head, and you shoot through it, and it pings on the wall right next to the cleaver that you had shot into the wall earlier.
Did I get it? Can you wiggle out of there, Adelaide?
As you ask that, the sugary ooze kind of undulates, and it starts to sort of just like further up, like a mouth that's kind of just trying to pull in more and more of Adelaide. She's clearly, this has not stopped it.
I think I made it angrier.
No, definitely not. Definitely not free of it. Definitely
Can you
not free of
swim?
it.
How long can you hold your breath?
Lagolla,
I would imagine a while.
sorry, it's the end of your turn. Adelaide, it is your turn. You can, obviously, you've still got your arms and you can have your sword in them.
Hey, that is what I would like to try to swing with, if I can.
You could always cut your leg off at the knee. Solve this problem. We don't have time for it. Cut it off.
That is an option. Resolve, right?
Yes. For a sword, yes. And you get, because you're using this sword, this timepiece sword, you get 2 attacks.
Oh, right. Okay, so the first attack is a 3 under 12.
That hits.
And the second attack is a 1 under 12.
That also hits. So give me a 2. I'm going to say 2d8 of damage. I don't mean, it's 2 1d8s of damage, please.
Yeah. 8. 6.
So with that, Adelaide keenly slices through the ooze, kind of for the first time you're seeing her with this split-second sword. And it's almost like her arms are moving at an unimaginable speed as she seems to dice down this maple syrup ooze, and it kind of falls apart like an onion that's been diced or minced into tiny pieces as they wiggle and undulate, but are unable to reconnect into whatever greater brain that had been able to create earlier on the floor.
Like, no.
Very good.
And then she resumes her like trying to hop step out of the way. No, it came up from under the floor and it tried to eat me. It was very sticky.
Well, I think it was almost about to.
Yes, it was successfully trying to eat me.
That's exciting. I know you've complained about how bored you are.
Letty, as you're hearing your friends bicker and natter at each other in the kitchen, you kind of sigh, look down at your book, and then you look up again, and you see the woman who encountered there we go. Sorry. There we go. Who Lagolla encountered in the kitchen just moments earlier when you first entered. She appears translucent, her arms kind of raised a little bit, and she's staring directly at you, a deep scowl on her face as she kind of like clicks her fingers a little bit. But she doesn't seem to do anything before she turns, and with that turning, disappears again.
Coward! Yeah, you better run.
Letty calls out, taunting.
Who are you
Nothing
talking
happens.
to?
I think it was the witch lady again popping up.
Did she do this with the ooze?
Use? What do you mean use? What are you from New Jersey? What do you mean use?
there was ooze that came up out of a grate in the kitchen floor.
No,
Tried
it
to
was
kill me.
it's like a ghost thing.
Oh,
Did I get the sense that she was like looking and reacting to me specifically, or okay?
Where before she didn't seem to be any sort of acknowledgement of Lagolla being there. She sees you. You know she saw you specifically. She was looking directly into your eyes, if you will.
She knows we're here. Clock is ticking. We got
you called her a coward.
Well, yeah, it's better for her to come at me and we can, try than have her go and, do whatever it is she's doing, Sometimes
you've got all the extra protection. Yeah, Lagolla's got a key now.
Lagolla, you have an old-timey, very small golden key thing.
Do you think this unlocks the tapestry?
Was
Adelaide,
there a keyhole in the tapestry?
Lagolla's going to have to go double check that again. Adelaide, as Lagolla says this, you kind of look towards the tapestry that you had been inspecting in the kitchen, and right next to it, the garden key label on this green liquid filled vial.
So there's not a keyhole in the tapestry, I don't think, but the vial says garden key.
You want me to drop the key in your bottle?
Letty, maybe come in here for this.
What? Hey, what? Hey, I'm sorry. I got this frog. Look at him. He's so cute.
You have a very 100% actual living frog, not candy, in your hands.
Hey,
some are known to be poisonous. Be careful.
I'm already dying. I already got the curse. What harm could it be? Okay.
Lagolla, if you try to talk to it, it says ribbit like it's reading it out of a book more than actual human speech.
Oh, I don't think he finished school. He's just saying what he thinks he's supposed to say.
Oh, but I mean, it's a frog that's saying anything at all.
Ribbit.
So that's, Oh, good
Ribbit.
job. Good job. Oh,
Ribbit.
Good little frog.
Ribbit.
Well, if you start to feel your eyes rolling into the back of your skull, make some urgent noise and I might know how to stop the poison.
Okay, what are we going to do next? Okay, we got the sleepy time thing. We've got the... What are we doing? We can't sit around here talking about slimes and frogs.
But we might just keep making friends the longer we're here, and making friends is fun.
The longer we're here, the more likely she's going to finish whatever it is that she got all started
you're right.
up on.
You're right. So
not to mention all the friends have killed us.
And the key, so the key was in the ooze, and Lagolla got the key, and I got rid of the ooze, and there's a vial that says garden key, and now we have a key. So maybe we put the key in the vial, but maybe we should all be together in case we go to the garden?
Sure. Come on.
And so Adelaide will open the top of the vial and hold it out to Lagolla.
Drop it in.
You drop the key in. The scent of green tea and roses and floral sort of whiff back at you, but nothing changes.
I didn't really want to rain on your parade, but it seems kind of weird to put a key into another key, I'm going to drink the garden keys. I'm just going to give it a cup.
Wait.
Yeah,
we should take the key out of it so you don't choke on the key. Hold on.
I think she knows how to drink a bottle.
Adelaide's finger and the dirty key.
Oh, that was all.
Goodness.
When she up.
Yeah. Do I get the sense that there's enough doses for all three of us in here? I think if I'm assuming this, do I think it's alchemical? I guess I should say first. I'm assuming it is, but Jeff is. I'm not sure.
Give me just a wits roll right now.
Okay.
And I will give you information.
Right on. 15 on 15.
Sort of as you pick this up and look at it, you're looking at one dose, but it feels like there's something magical going on here, and you're not sure what. Not the liquid. The liquid itself is magical, but the vial as well seems to have been charmed to do something.
It absorbed the key's properties.
Or maybe when I finish drinking it, I'm going to go poof, and it's going to refill or something. Anyhow, bottoms up.
And so she drinks it.
As Letty drinks it and puts the vial down, you do watch as the liquid starts to refill in the glass. Letty, as you kind of have almost this LSD effect of everything kind of changing colors and going psychedelic, and that garden tapestry in front of you looks more like it's just a doorway you can step through. As
I'll see you guys later. I'm chasing butterflies.
Yeah, you see butterflies with little delicate candy wings. You see the grass just blowing in the breeze. The flowers smell so strongly to you.
Oh, it's a shame there's all that grass, but I found a door.
She's like reaching back and like just smacking her hand against Lagolla's face.
And it's almost like Letty herself is getting pulled towards the tapestry. And as she does, expecting to hit somebody's face, she's already kind of I can't speak English. She's already going into the tapestry, and it's like she's in a Trans Am. Yeah, she's in a tunnel of colors before she kind of just like tumbles out the other side. If you guys remember in The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy was in that poppy field filled with sleep chemicals, and it's so bright and illuminated, you're not going to fall asleep, but it gives that kind of emotion to your character.
Okay, that was made before I was born, so I don't really know.
Oh, yeah. How about the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari?
Also made well before I was born. It was an excellent movie.
Have you seen it, though? I bet you have.
Of course. So yep, I have.
Lagolla, I don't want to be last in here in case the ooze comes back.
You're bored. Yes, to drink the potion. I know.
Thanks. And so Adelaide will.
Adelaide, the colors just start to bloom around you, and you're faster, but time feels even slower for you. And it feels like it's dragging at your core as that garden tapestry appears as a real garden, as a hole in the wall that you can step through. And as you kind of maybe wave at Lagolla as well, it's already like you're merging into the wall for other people. And you're in this long sort of just psychedelic colored tunnel. And eventually it feels so long for you, but eventually you just tumble out the other side, your hat tipping off of your head, and Letty just kind of sitting on the grass next to you, enjoying the colors.
I like to imagine Adelaide, because she'd just been high stepping, takes this like really big, long step. And like, that's how she gets in. And so like, that's what it seems like to her. And so she takes a really big step. Hey, Letty. And
it's like you guys are talking to each other underwater. There's a warble in the voices.
My hand tastes like dandelions. Lick it.
Why would you eat your hand?
I just here. Oh, well, no, that didn't. Oh.
Do you still have the frog?
Do I?
Yeah, I guess you could have brought the frog with you. If you were still holding it, you can lick the cane toad.
Hi, big fella. How are you doing?
Lagolla, are you going to drink from the refilling garden key?
It'd be a shame if I burn the tapestry right now. I'm going to drink it, but I am curious. Do I see either of them in the tapestry now that they've both disappeared?
Yes. So you see two figures appear in the tapestry, both kind of sitting. They're not moving. You don't see them moving, but you see them in existence there suddenly. And if you look away and then look back, their forms will have slightly moved, their arms raised now as if reaching for something or licking their hand for some reason. That can't be right. That's probably depicted wrong. That's probably a mistake.
Morgana's eye, and she'll drink the potion.
Again, same thing. You get this sort of brightening of the colors around you, the extending of the sort of the rays that you're looking at around you as the tapestry pulls you in, and you're in this terrible Willy Wonka tunnel before tumbling out the other side. You got the bad trip, and things are a little bit scary.
Yes, the tunnel scene. That's one of my favorites.
Round and round we go.
Letty, do you have a name for your new frog best friend?
Don't get attached, because if it dissolves or disappears like a key, you're going to be very depressed.
His name is
Don't name
Mr.
it.
Hopsalot.
You named it. Okay.
And sort of Letty,
Sir Hopsalot.
you're starting to come
He's
down,
licking
Letty.
my hand.
Maybe
Why are you
here.
licking my hand,
Lick my
Hopsalot?
hand.
That's immature.
Here. Maybe he likes my hand too.
The
No.
world is starting to feel more normal for Letty again. Adelaide, it's starting to feel a little bit more normal for you. Lagolla, you'll be the last one. But after about 5 minutes of this, you guys start to like stabilize again. And you can kind of think without being just sort of blown out by the world around you. And you kind of look around and you see the beautiful sugar plums and candied rosebuds on the trees. And you kind of see this most green, lush grass that you've seen kind of anywhere recently. And in the far side from you, kind of in this giant meadow where there's trees on the far side, there's a table closer to the trees on the and behind you, you see an empty doorway that clearly appears to be the kitchen that you just came from. You can literally see it's got glowing on the outside portal vibes to it. The table on the far side next to the forest, you had that half-eaten chocolate rabbit that Lagolla had been talking about originally is still there, but now you can see him kind of picking up a teacup and putting it back down. He's too far away to engage in conversation, but he seems to be waving and holding out a teacup to you guys.
That's going to murder us. They'll get attached. Everything's tried to kill us so far, as much as we want them to be friends with us.
So Hopsalot hasn't. So Hopsalot and I are gonna pick some.
Hang on.
Sugar plums.
Sugar plum. You said sugar plums and rosebuds were in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are part of the. Okay.
Yeah. Fresh rosebuds and spearmint.
We're gonna.
There were spearmint. We saw spearmint.
No, there's rosebuds and there is
Sugar plums. I think you said,
plums,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Letty wants to take some time with Sir Hopsalot to start.
Okay.
Getting some of those materials.
Yeah, roll me. What did we do? I think it was wits before for foraging.
Yeah. Got it. Okey-dokey. Can somebody lend me aid? I rolled a 16.
Yeah. I can do that.
Adelaide, if you help me, I'll let you play with Sir Hopsalot.
Only if I can hold him.
As Letty and Adelaide spend time starting to forage and collect these ingredients, Lagolla, that rabbit is kind of like just trying to get your attention. He hasn't stood up.
He's going to kill me. I'll be right back, you two. I'm going to see what this rabbit wants. She'll cautiously approach. Hello.
Hello, good day. Welcome to my tea party. We're about to have a game of tea roulette. Won't you sit and play with me?
I'll wait.
And it's really weird because this is definitely a hollowed chocolate rabbit. So you can kind of see the inside, but the little chocolate mouth is moving, almost disturbingly so, as it's half cut off at the edges here.
I think I'll wait for my friends to show up. Have you seen any spearmint around? I could really use some right now.
Oh, if you would like to play a game of tea roulette, I'm happy to answer 3 things of information that you will need while you're exploring this tower.
What is tea roulette?
Well, if you take a seat here, I will give you a cup of tea, and I will drink a teacup, and one of them will be spiced.
Spiced meaning like poisoned, or just spicy?
Like hot. Won't you come play with me? I would love a game. It's been so long since I've seen anyone. Really, a very, very long time. Please play with me. It's been a very long time.
Is there any way to, apart from the desperation the rabbit has, is there any way to see, like, any malice or mischief in his explanation? I'm assuming that'd be like some kind of wits roll.
Yeah, I'll give me a disadvantaged wits roll.
Okay. No, well, I failed 17.
Okay. Hard to read. This is a face that doesn't kind of transcend or transcribe to a human representation very well. And clearly it's not moving properly to detect what emotions he's feeling, other than obviously his voice is giving you desperation.
So if I lose the tea roulette, if I win, I get 3 questions. But if I lose, what happens?
Oh, nothing. I suppose you can give me something from your pocket.
I don't trust this at all. Lagolla will just call over to Letty and Adelaide. Okay, you two, well, if I die, it's been lovely. I'm going to be over here. There's something called tea roulette, and
Ooh.
I don't know what's going to happen, but we may get some information from this if I don't die. And she'll sit at the table.
Do you want company?
You're welcome to risk your life too if you'd like. I don't really know how this works.
I am, and you would probably know this in our travels. I'm immune to illness, infection, and poison.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're interested
yes.
in playing some tea roulette.
I think you probably have much better odds than me than winning. Or better odds than me at winning.
To iocane powder? Is that interesting?
Cyanide.
Never mind. Really? No one? Princess Bride? Whatever. I quit. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, yes. All your friends. It's been so long. Please come play with me. Tea roulette.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
I'm sitting down. Yes. Drink tea.
Drink tea. Yes.
Tea's lovely.
Hey, what kind of tea is it?
Sorry.
What kind of tea is it? What
It's a lovely lavender blend. And you he like motions to his side, and there's a lavender bush that's just growing within his arm's length from him. And then he'll kind of motion to the other side, and you see some sort of plant that you can just discern is a black tea leaf, one dried.
Could Letty take a look at them? I don't really have like herbalism. I have alchemy. I'm not sure it's the same thing though. Like that's more like the chemical thing. Just trying to get a sense of like what, because I know if Lagolla is all worried, is there something that Letty might be able to deduce could be?
Certainly. If you want to look at the plants next to him, he'll kind of like twist a little bit. Please, yes, play or look, but join me. I haven't had conversation in so long. But give me if you've got alchemy, give me the wits roll, and we'll see if we get you some info.
Do you want to leave with us when we leave?
Yes, I want to leave. Sorry, what did you get, Jeff?
13. That's a pass.
13 is a pass. Yeah, looking at the plants on his left and right, clearly the lavender beautifully bloomed, lush like all plants are in this magical garden. But it's it seems to be normal. And on the other side, the black tea does appear to be legitimate. Whatever plant is the black tea plant. And look, I only know the dried form.
Hey, this looks fine. I mean, if this is what he put in it, it's just normal tea. It's probably going to be nice and refreshing. It might be the last type of, next to the sleepy time tea, it might be the last like a cup of tea. Hey, speaking of which, do you know how to make sleepy time tea? Got any sleepy time tea?
If you play tea roulette with me, then I am happy to give you the information you need.
Okay, look away. Play
I need anyone willing to play. Sit at a seat around this table.
I'm sitting. I'm right here.
Thank you so much, dear. I am Alistair. Nice to meet you.
I'm Adelaide.
Excellent. New friends. Yes. Talk to, finally. Yes. Anyone else, or just us?
I think just me.
Lagolla. What?
Yeah, Lagolla's going, I'm getting to it. I don't want to interrupt them. Jesus. She will cautiously sit down and then expectantly look at Letty.
No, I'm good. I don't want any.
Letty wants to read another entry while this is all going on. That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of go over maybe there's a large tree, just a large oak tree on the side, beautifully green leaves on the top, some sort of acorns kind of scattered around, and great for a backrest.
Okay. Can I see them though from this
Yeah,
position?
it's a
I need to?
little.
Okay.
It's probably just a little ways away, but not so bad.
As long as I can see them, we're good. Yeah.
All right. So Adelaide and Lagolla, Tea Roulette. I have a D6 I'm going to roll, and I'm going to ask you guys to roll a number of D6s until somebody matches that number.
Okay.
So please roll some D6s and let me know.
2.
Melissa?
You rolled a 4?
He rolled a 2.
Oh, he rolled a 2. I rolled 2 4s.
2 4s. All right. Please go again.
5.
4 and a 6.
Oh my. One more time.
4.
4 and a 1.
A 4 and a 1. Okay. So Lagolla, I need you to roll me a D4 plus 1. Adelaide, you also get a D4 plus 1.
So I rolled a 2, but the plus 1 will make it a 3.
So you heal 3 points of hit points, and Adelaide, you got the same?
Yeah.
You also heal 3 points of hit points, but as you do, you get the sense of a spice at the back of your throat. And suddenly you kind of blink and you look down at the table, and it's this beautiful sort of floral tablecloth with these teacups and the tea in the center that he had just poured for you. But you look to your side and you see on the left lavender, and you look to the other side and you see tea leaves on the right, and you look up and you see yourself blinking back at you. Lagolla, you see Adelaide jump up, flap, and start running immediately to the kitchen portal doorway.
Okay. Where are you going, Adelaide?
Adelaide, Lagolla asks you this question while looking at your body, but you're sitting still at the table, and you try to get up or move, and you are stuck. And you look at your hands, and it's white chocolate.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't go anywhere.
Lagolla, you hear the chocolate rabbit reply to your question.
I'm going to restrain myself from saying various profanity words, but I'm pretty sure that we've been soul hijacked, Adelaide.
As you watch Adelaide's body jump through the kitchen portal.
I should have just let you play this.
Letty,
am I able to get up and move?
Yes. Yeah, you can stand up immediately, and you kind of look back and forth at what's just happened. Adelaide, you are stuck here. Clearly this person was stuck here in this body, and they have swapped bodies with you. Letty, you see sort of stuff happening at the table, and then Adelaide got up, ran across the meadow to the portal into the kitchen, jumped through, and Lagolla seems to still be talking to the melted chocolate rabbit.
I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. I can't move.
I'm assuming she's easy to pick up.
She's stuck to the chair, and the chair is unmovable.
I mean, this is going to sound rather crass, but chocolate is not difficult to break. Would this cause any kinds of permanent damage?
Would
sure.
severing
Give me a
cause any
resolute check.
Well, no, you don't have to cleave the whole thing in half. I'm just saying, just cut it wherever it's affixed to the chair. So it's like just a couple layers of skin.
Give me a resolve check.
Sure.
You're not dodging this.
I rolled a 20. Oh my god, man, these dice are pissing me off.
Oh dear, time to go switch. Maybe back to digital.
I know,
Murders
right?
Adelaide in chocolate bunny form.
She didn't say what the resolve checks were. I was just saying, like, would this be
You try to like pick up this chocolate rabbit from the chair. You try to like maybe chip at it with whatever melee weapon you might have to try to like separate it. It's merged with the chair, or there's some sort of magical resistance there, and you cannot get through there at all. This doesn't seem to be the way to save her from this. Letty, you see your friend Lady Lagolla start to try to chip at this chocolate rabbit's bottom.
Just trying to learn about a dragon. What is
makes
happening?
the chair immovable? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. You can't move. It seems you realize almost like it's grown roots into the meadow itself. Gotcha. Everything here is completely static in a way, either magically or something else is going on here, and it's not naturally occurring. It's magical adhesive.
Help!
Letty, you start hearing the rabbit start saying, looping help.
Trying to learn how to protect us from a dragon. What is the problem? Why is Adelaide running wherever? Why are you trying to cut a bunny or something?
Help!
Yes, Mr. Whatever your name was again. What is happening?
That's Adelaide, the rabbit. Adelaide that ran out of the portal is the rabbit.
Adelaide. Okay.
There is a soul switch, is what I can only assume is what it would be called. Adelaide's soul is in the chocolate rabbit. The chocolate rabbit's soul is in Adelaide. I think the dragon's either way kind of less important, but I don't know what to do here. We're out of my area of expertise. I could cut the chair.
Look towards the kitchen portal. The Adelaide's body is no longer visible.
Right. Well, why did you let her get away then? God. Okay. Hey, Sir Hops, is there any leftover tea?
Yes, the teapot itself seems to still be full of tea, as if ready for, as if like the vial, it seems to be refilling itself, ready for another round.
Okay, Sir Hopsalot, I need you to do me a quick favor. Okay, you're going to take one. You're going to take one for the team. You're going to drink a little tea. We're going to get Adelaide, and then we're going to come back I swear we'll come back for you. Okay, I promise we'll come back for you.
Ribbit?
Yes, Ribbit. In fact, yes, absolutely.
Sure. So you can force feed this. Describe to me how you're applying this, or what exactly are you doing?
Are there any are there any
there's a
saucers?
Seems to be a specific. There's teacups that were sort of in front of every chair. There's about 5 chairs around this table. And Lagolla and Adelaide had sat at 2 of them, and the rabbit is stuck on the one that's directly looking at the portal.
Okay, so I'll put Hopsalot down on one of the chairs.
Okay,
I'm gonna fill up a teacup like halfway or so with some tea, and I'm gonna hold it down to him and just sort of like motion his head into it, like just take a couple quick sips. Sips.
As the only 2 participants in this tea roulette, I'm not going to make you roll for it. Adelaide, suddenly you feel very small looking up at Letty as you guys hear Ribbit from the chocolate rabbit. Ribbit?
Help.
Okay.
Help.
I need everyone to calm down. Okay. Can we take the tea with us?
You can, but that's not the only requirement for this switch. I don't want you to waste time on this one. Sure. It seems to be that you have to sit on a chair and drink this tea as a combined thing.
Okay.
You can figure that you know magic. This is a cursed kind of thing.
Okay. Adelaide, come on, up on the shoulder. Okay, we're going to go chase that chocolatey Adelaide down, and we're going to get your body back because, we've got things to do.
The frog.
I'm literally helping you. This is what this is.
It just comes out as ribbit.
I don't understand why there's not people like agreeing. Lagolla, are you locked? Did you lose your tongue? Like, what was happening here?
Sorry, I'm listening to you talk to the frog that's now Adelaide.
Are we going inside the building?
I'm gonna.
I will say,
with Adelaide.
This isn't. Yeah. This is like a weird magical book frog. You can 100% just speak. This frog is saying ribbit. It could never speak animal. Lagolla couldn't understand it because it was literally saying ribbit like out of a book. So you can speak.
Okay. Yeah. So we need to run inside and get the other version of me.
That's what it sounds like. Pummel him until he's like, we're going to take your body, beat the living snot out of it, drag it back here, and then force it to drink more tea to get your body back. You're okay with that, right?
Sounds like what we need to do.
Or you could be a frog.
Won't weaken us at all.
Let's go.
Okay.
Inside we go.
There's weird vibes going on. I think everyone's forgetting there's like an apocalyptic timer that's going on. Am I the only one who remembers this? What do you think? Oh, wait, you're not Hopsalot. I'll be back for you, Hopsalot. Don't worry.
Ribbit?
I'll be back.
Ribbit?
And then Letty will go.
All right, Letty.
We'll have Adelaide on the show.
You jump through this portal on the other side of the meadow, and looking around the kitchen, you see sort of the door to the outside on your right. It is closed. You're not sure if it was open and closed. You see the grate kind of near your feet, obviously pushed off and against the far wall, and now just a hole down. And you see the door on your right to the study.
I'm able to. I can try and use the sniff ability since Adelaide's very different from what I want to use my powers. So I think this might actually work for once.
This would work. You know Adelaide and her scent extremely well.
All right. It's D6 first, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a 1.
That's fine. Again, even though it's not for an extended amount of time, you know Adelaide, and you're just looking for a direction.
Okay. So is it through the open door, or is it through the closed door this time?
So you are looking at the study door to the left. You're 99% confident that is the direction that Adelaide's body went.
Seems like she ran into the study.
It seems to have rolled a 20 on a D20 and chose the worst direction.
After you.
I will run into the study and say, follow me.
And I will.
So as you guys get to the study, you hear, and Lagolla, you can smell it, the clattering of metal as someone has ascended the steps to your right. Following that up to the menagerie, you go all the way back to the Tower's Keep. Again, I rolled a 20, so they trapped themselves essentially all the way up to the Tower Keep, where you know that Adelaide's body cannot get back out because they have no idea what that song is to get out. There seem to be like, you can feel or hear the wrenching of the trap door as you kind of like push it and her back, and you have her body against a wall as you stand on the other side, kind of defending the trap door back down.
So there's 2 ways I could see we could do this. If we happen to have any kind of rope, we could just tie her body up, or
please, I've been so
I wasn't
long.
talking to you.
So long, please.
You've broken our trust. You can no longer talk to me. We're done. That's not happening any longer. Anyways, Letty, if we can tie up Adelaide's body, that'd be great. I could just shoot her body. I don't want to hear a word out of you. Nope. A whole year doesn't mean anything if the whole world is going to be cursed. I could shoot Adelaide with the bee sting bow, and that would paralyze her, but also kind of hurt Adelaide's body. I'm up to thought on this.
I suppose we could negotiate too.
You'll have to do that because
I can give you information.
I can't even. You said you'd answer 3 questions, but instead you ran off. It's going to have to be you, Letty. I want to murder this charlatan.
Okay.
No, I'll give you the info. Happy to do it.
Wait. What's your name? I wasn't really listening.
Alistair, please. I'm Alistair. Okay. I just need to get out.
Al, I need you to calm down. You're at like a 12. I need you down to a 7. Can you get down to a 7 for me?
No, I'm so close. The light of day is just through that tiny
you
window,
went up
and I can't
when
get
you
out.
should have just gone out. Okay, here's what I'm going to say to you. We'll help you out of that room and out of the tower after we finish up a very important task, okay? Because you stole the body of Adelaide, and we need that body back to complete this task. It's a very important task. But I promise you, when we're done with that, we will do everything in our power to free you from whatever weird imprisonment this pain-in-the-ass witch seems to have done.
Yes, okay. If you destroy my body, I'm a soul. I'm not a physical entity. She trapped me in that chocolate rabbit. If you can break it, we'll go back. We'll switch back. Your friend can have their body back. Just I'll give you the information. You have to kill me to free me.
Yes.
You're too excited about that? I don't want you.
Right. So we got to kill your body. But right now, Sir Hopsalot's in your body. So what happens to Sir Hopsalot?
Roulette. We switch back.
Okay. So you get back into the chocolate bunny, and then we destroy you?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
You
if we
just
get
asked
out of
us this the first time.
No,
seriously,
if I can have a body, it'd be great. I'd prefer a body, but if it's back to the kitchen forever or no body, I'll take no body.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, wasn't your landlord here working on like a little mannequin body or something? Could we get you that one?
Yes, I can take that. Anything not stuck to a chair.
Okay. Can you help us get into her bedroom? If you help us get into her bedroom, then maybe we can get that body for you.
Yeah. So things that you need to know. There's a book in the study called it was called The Greatest Magical Achievements of Our Time, and it opens for experimentation room. And
we found that.
Okay. She needs to drink tea to go to bed. Get to bed. Okay.
Actually, we don't know that for sure, but I think we assumed it. Yeah.
Yeah, you assumed it. He's confirmed it. There is a dagger in her bedroom that can kill dragons.
Oh, hey, look at that. A dragon might be a pro. Hey, okay, sure. You know, you've been really helpful. Anything else you can think of there, Al?
No, please, let me go. If I can, your friend has a body right now.
No, yeah. She's in Sir Hopsalot. It's a whole thing. It's like a Freaky Friday situation. So I want your word, your promise, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, you're not going to try any funny stuff if we get you out of there.
Give me a social grace check.
Damn it.
Meanwhile, Lagolla has
we're doing the wrong version.
Come on. Fuck.
Oh, okay. That's a 15. I need to get down to an 11. Lagolla, could you give me a hand?
Yes.
Adelaide, you're there.
Yeah, you are there.
I will have one. I will have one heart die left after this, so I will.
How much do you want?
So I have to roll a 3.
Mm-hmm. 3 or 4.
50-50.
I mean, 3. If the audience is generous enough to give you some more dice.
You said 3, right? You got it?
I said 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still could use a refresh on heart dice because there's one left.
So with that bonus, maybe a sad from Adelaide in her frog form and Lagolla's threatening stance. I'll help. I'm helping.
Okay.
And then Letty will try to open the trapdoor down. If it doesn't open, then she'll start to hum the song too.
It doesn't open, so you do have to hum the song.
Okay. So, What it was the what was it? It was the Pokemon thing, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's
Lavender
like-
Town theme.
Lavender
Yeah.
Town. Yeah.
Take,
It's like
won't
a
you take me
boop,
to that lavender
Yeah.
town?
Hey, thank you. There you go. Your friends are here to help. Also, I see. Thank you for
Thank
little
you.
biddies for people to refresh their heart dice.
Aw,
Thank you.
thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So
yeah,
with
we
that
have another
song, you kind of managed to get the trap door open. Adelaide's body seems kind of disheartened and accepting of the situation as they probably are stuck between you two, I presume, as you take it back down to the kitchen, or where are you heading?
Oh, we have to go back
because
inside,
we have
right?
to be
Yeah,
sitting. We have to be
table.
sitting around the
Yeah.
table. So the whole thing we do again.
Okay, so you take it back to the kitchen. You have it drink the garden key and shove it into the portal first, and then follow in shortly after. Get back to that table, force it to sit down. Yeah, you feel a little bit like, whoa, my pupils just blew
Hey
out.
man, my body is like tingly and something.
Yes, and you manage to sort of get it to force it to drink its tea until it's. Are you putting it back in its chocolate body? Or you're putting it into ribbit frog body.
Rock body.
We're gonna
Chocolate
put
body?
it in the chaga body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you are putting it.
I
in the chocolate body.
told Sir Hopsalat I was coming back for Sir Hopsalat, and I'm immediately doing that.
Okay, absolutely. You have him drink tea, and you just kind of. I'm not going to force you to redo this. You know the numbers. You know sort of the trick of it. So you maybe do 1-on-1 for the table until you get the right combo. And okay, I'm back. Please don't leave me here forever.
Oh, relax.
We won't.
Unlike you, we have no reason. You have no reason to suspect we'll break our word. Unlike you.
I gave you information. Please.
Break it, Lagolla. Because we have to break the bunny, right?
Yes, break the bunny, or you can, as Letty was suggesting, switch the body mannequin. You think you might be able to do that, but yeah, this spirit just wants to be free at this point in time.
I think, despite his or her transgressions, they get a chance if we can make the body situation work, and if not, then death it is.
Just don't leave me here. Don't leave me here.
We won't. Don't worry. We'll definitely remember.
All right, you say convincingly as you go back to the portal. Adelaide, you have your own body again, and you find yourselves in the kitchen. You've got the rosebud. Hold on, where's that list? You've got the rosebud. You've got the sugar plums. I will say, Letty mentioned that she has the spearmint spear. You could probably tip it into the tea. I'm happy to accept that as an ingredient.
Awesome.
This is
Then we
why they
also
pay
need
you
the
in the wit
feather?
score.
Feather or something?
You need to find a.
Letty's got 15. Jeff's
happen to
got
have
27.
a white chocolate raven hanging out in the menagerie right now, playing with a masquerade mask that was laughing at you guys as you ran by after Adelaide's body.
Oh, sugar. We're going to have to go talk to that one again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, I love ghosts. Let's do it.
And that should be the last ingredient you need.
Yeah, Lagolla is all about going to talk to ghosts, so she'll.
Okay.
Can I be reading about the dragon while we're moving?
Yes, I'll.
Please,
I'll
for the
say
love of goodness.
I just
don't
want
wanna
to
get eaten by a
read.
dragon.
Just let me read.
I want
Like
Lagolla
you're
to get
cramming
eaten
for
by a dragon.
finals.
You can like stay in the plush chair while your friends go deal with the talk.
Yeah.
I just will
could
give
get
you
used to this.
the information. All right. So Adelaide and Lagolla, you guys head back up to the menagerie. Ghost is there. He's kind of pecking at the masquerade mask, and he turns to look at you. Oh, right bodies this time. Boring, but still more interesting than normal. What you doing?
Well, we were hoping that we could collect a feather from your surrounding area because we need to make some tea.
Sleepy time tea. Dulcinea's forced to use it. Hurts so much every time she pulls the feathers. There's no molting for chocolate birds. What do you have to trade?
Well, if you'd be interested, I could give you my trusty hatchet.
Too heavy, boring. Something more personal.
I mean, you could
You
have my
want the
fishing
sewing
kit.
kit again?
No, ghosts can have my fishing kit.
Oh, fishing kit. That could be good. Okay.
Lots of shiny baubles.
Yes, I like the shiny. Leave it here. Leave it right here.
She puts it there, no problem.
And then Ghost will kind of like turn its head back towards its tail feathers, and you hear it kind of rustle as it pulls out one of its tail feathers, turns back around, and you have sorry, what am I doing? I'm letting you get away with stuff. Give me that grace roll. Oh no, you did a trade. I'll give you advantage on your grace roll.
5.
5. Yeah, easy enough. He gifts you the tail feather of his white raven behind, just to use for tea.
Thank you very much. I hope that wasn't too painful, but I appreciate your help.
It sucks. Go be interesting. I'm watching. Always, always, always.
We'll be like, all right, let's go, Adelaide.
Okay, and then you guys probably head back to the kitchen. You have the recipe, you have the instructions to brew the tea, and you can start working on that. In the meantime, Letty, the cinnamon dragon. This appears to be a large project. Oh, sorry, wits check. What am I doing? I'm giving you guys so much free stuff.
Not rolling well. 14, still a success, but like a little too close for comfort. It's because they're making so much noise upstairs.
Yeah, it's so distracting, and it's like this seems to be extremely advanced. Like this is something she worked far later on in her life, and it's filled with just all of these alchemical and magical equations. So it seems to have been one of her biggest projects, and she was trying to craft, obviously the humanoid construct, as well, that the simulacrum that is in her bedroom. This one was something she was doing before that because she thought a dragon form would be better. She thought that she could make a cinnamon dragon, and she meant to hatch it fully grown from the egg, but the experiment notes it looks like the work got halted before she could complete it because she didn't have a chance to put an animating core into the body. Something is missing in the inside of it, and it's left it as an empty vessel, unable to be born as anything. It is something that also it looks like she found it to be very volatile, and she was injured several times while trying to create this dragon and dragon egg. But for whatever reason, the progress was halted because she was missing some sort of core to it, innate human core or innate creature core.
You said the word vessel, and I've got was that word okay, so lady's gonna come in. Hey guys, I think remember how before we thought she might go into the dragon? She definitely was thinking about doing it, but didn't. So like I guess we could give Al the dragon body, couldn't we? That could be kind of fun, right?
Provided it's not
crack the egg to try to do
dangerous soul, I suppose we could, but we don't really know much about it.
I guess what I'm worried about is if we go in there and we rough up the mannequin, or we give the mannequin to Al, then there might be another vessel for her to pop into, and then suddenly there's the dragon.
So we put Alistair in the dragon first, so that vessel is no longer an option for Dulcinea?
I guess we could do that, but we got to get the egg to drink. So that's the tricky thing. So we hatch the egg, see if we could, make sure the dragon's cool, and be like, hey, you want some tea? And then go from there. Yeah, that probably won't work. Maybe we just destroy the egg.
I was about to say, we should just destroy it and remove it off the table, because we don't know if the dragon part would take over the soul that goes into it, and then it's just... I don't know much about this.
Maybe we just just destroy it, just in case. Just never a backup plan. And, yeah, just in case, Plus, it could just hatch at some point and be a dragon. That wouldn't be good either. Although I do like cinnamon.
All right. So what's the plan? What are the next steps you're thinking at this moment in time?
So do we need to do anything with the dragon before we drink the tea?
I don't know whether we need to do it before or after, but like.
Well, I think the dragon dagger, which was something, was I there when that was mentioned?
In the bedroom, there's a dagger that'll kill a dragon?
We could get that, see if that would just crack through the egg and the dragon.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay. So we drink the tea, we go into the bedroom.
All right. So having a freshly brewed pot of, I assume that was the decision-making action.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. So having brewed this tea and using ghost raven feather as it slowly melted into this warm water, you are left with the scent, some sort of a sweet sugar plum scented tea. It is a sugar rush as you kind of like drink it and are hit in the face with the quantity of sugar that is in there. You can see why she was trying to make it taste different than this, because there's no like nice bitterness that a tea would provide. And you in the study look at the bedroom, and that tapestry suddenly now also looks like a hole in the wall that you can walk through.
Did we fall asleep?
You aren't sleepy yet. It's almost like it's reversing, but maybe when the crash happens, it will make you sleepy.
Okay.
You're not sure why she needed to drink this to go to sleep, but it seemed to have been her crutch.
Okay. Because I know we had talked about leaving one person out to like wake you, but if we're not falling asleep, I'm not sure if that's relevant anymore.
You are not falling
through
asleep.
it again.
It's almost a sugar rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in? We're going to go?
Let's go.
Inside? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're running circles.
So, all right, I'm going to put you above the little bedroom area so you can still see it on the map, because it is tiny. So as you enter this bedroom, you see sort of on the far wall from you a beautiful canopy, or just to the left as you enter, this beautiful large canopied bed. For the keen-eyed treasure hunters or goblins, you see a treasure chest on the other side of the bed from you. On the right side, you see just like a vanity and dressers. And then on the far opposite side of you, a life-sized chocolate mannequin made with this sort of beautiful dark chocolate. It looks like Dulcinea if you like go sideways a little bit and squint, but you can tell it's her younger and touched up in every way she could imagine. Like high cheeks, just that beautiful, perfect jaw. And you can see kind of a glowing, it's got these, it's wearing this robe over the chocolate mannequin, and you can see it's got sort of this rib construction on the inside of it, and underneath maybe a thin layer of chocolate flesh over the ribs. You can see kind of this glowing purple pulse appears kind of in the inside where a heart would be.
You know, it's interesting. You really can tell what she's all about. It's either power or beauty, because her first attempt was a dragon, and then there's this construct that she made. She's kind of shallow when you think about it.
Very much so. Very much so. I want to try to find that dagger before we do anything.
Okay. So you've got the dresser, the vanity, the mannequin, the bed, and this treasure chest.
Treasure chest.
So as you go over to the treasure chest, you try to lift it up and it kind of jingles, but it's clearly locked.
Wait, I have a lockpick. Would you like to use it?
Oh, yeah, you can open this if it works better.
Adelaide, as you kind of say that and you look back towards this chest, give me a wits roll quickly, please.
Okay.
It's a mimic.
Oh, no. That's a 6, under 12.
The keyhole seems to be about the right size for something that you picked up earlier in the kitchen.
Oh,
A lockpick.
when the key that pulled out of the vial. Yeah.
That was on you. That was not originally in the vial.
Well, right, but then we put it in the vial, and
You
then I pulled
did.
it out of the vial,
Oh,
and
must
then I put it
clearly,
in the
yeah,
bucket.
yeah.
That you put into the vial to make the vial taste all metally.
Yeah. At least
Yeah.
for Letty,
You
who
stuck
My
your
drank
bad.
it
dirty
first.
fingers in it
Yep.
and then made me drink it. Yeah.
You don't want to try to lockpick it first.
So Adelaide will well, we don't have to try to break something if we have the key for it.
Oh, well, right. Here you go.
And she pulls out the key that's sticky, and she puts the sticky key in the lock.
Great. So as you turn it and open this chest, I need everyone to give me a resolve test as this sort of sugary powder suddenly bursts out and fills the room.
18.
Oof.
8.
Okay, good.
I thought I got a 1, but it was a 7.
All right. So Letty and Lagolla passed. Adelaide, you failed. You already have level 1 of the what curse was yours? You are
coffee or crystalline?
Peanut butter one, I think.
Peanut butter brittle.
Peanut butter brittle. There we go. So yes, you are now level 2 peanut butter brittle as this sort of sugar hits you in the face and you breathe it in. You can feel it affecting sort of the DNA of your structure. And part of your flesh has become brittle now. Any impact that causes you to lose HP breaks pieces off of you. You must spend time gathering lost pieces or subtract them from your max HP permanently.
It's a really bad time to get this.
Yeah.
I feel even more at risk than usual.
That being
recommend
said,
not pulling any more moles off your face because I think you might break yourself.
Oh dear.
And as you kind of recover from this burst of candied magic, you look down and you see in this chest, it's filled with gems and jewels. Probably about, if one were to guess, 400 silver pieces worth of jewels. Give estimate, just an estimate. But this is a heavy, big chest. You're going to have to think of something if you want to take all of this out of it. You also see a locket, just kind of in the side section, and you see a rusty dagger, as well as several vintage gowns that appear to be kind of all shoved into this chest.
Get it. You kill the dragon with tetanus.
So Adelaide, so she's very excitedly holding up the dagger. She's like, I got the dagger. And
Are you sure that's the right one?
It's the only one we found so far, so it's the right one until we find a better one, I guess.
Fair point. What's the other thing you found?
You can always go stab the dragon egg and see if it works.
So
and if it doesn't work, we know it's not the right one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So if we need a thing that's important to a treasure from the caster's past. So
as you say that and look at the locket, this doesn't emanate the power or magic that you would expect as you investigate it. And you believe that the soul call periapt, I'll get it again one day, was something that seemed to be described as emanating magic. And also, a week ago when you read the section on the soul call periapt, it was discussed as being something that had been embedded already in the mannequin and had detailed instructions on how to extract it if you choose to do that.
Letty or Lagolla reminds Adelaide, we already have that. We don't need that.
But Adelaide, as you open it up, you realize there's a picture of young Dulcinea in it, and you can see the work she's trying to do now.
Oh, she keeps a locket of herself in it. Yes, okay. That well, that lines up so far.
That's a choice. That's a choice. This was definitely the inspiration for the current state of things.
This rabbit's going to look stunning, or maybe this will be traumatizing since the rabbit was kept in the painting or tapestry by the witch, but Whatever.
All right. So you guys do now have somebody can add a rusty dagger to your inventory. If you want, you can fill your pockets with gems and jewels, but you do or vintage gowns if that tickles your fancy. You have the mannequin to explore. Yes.
I was going to say,
you can try the dagger.
With the boots that recall us home, we all have to be joined in hands, correct?
Yes, correct.
But that means that we could just, instead of making it like a triangle, we'd have each person hold one side of the chest. Would that be able to teleport with the boots? Because then we don't have to really carry it anyway. You just got to pull it out of the tapestry.
I mean, you'll have to then figure out how to get it sort of off the ground into some other area. But yes, I would say I'll accept that as a workaround.
We could just carry this chest outside of our bedroom, and then when we're all wrapped up, we could go back to the town with it, bearing gifts.
Okay. Yeah.
That works.
So we gotta find them.
So do we see the mannequin?
Okay. That's the glowing purple chest.
Yeah, so directly across from the tapestry.
I'm thinking chest, like a locked chest, not like...
Oh, no. I mean
chest.
a torso
I'm sorry.
chest.
I was totally like, okay, my bad.
It makes sense.
Okay. No. I mean it's within her rib cage.
Okay.
So
right.
I'm terrified as soon as we touch this mannequin, it's going to reach out and strangle the life out of whoever touches it. How do we open this contraption?
Letty opens her book that she pulled from the experimentation room and goes back over to the synthetic body page. And it includes a detailed diagram of the final version of her body and shows where the soul call periapt will go and the hollow body chest where the heart should be, and strict instructions to not disturb it once placed, but also how it went in there so you can reverse that from there. Letty essentially just has to read the instructions to you as you work, if you want. Yeah.
So Letty will do that. She'll read all the instructions,
and then I'll give you advantage on like a grace check to pull it out.
Adelaide, just to make me feel better, you take the bee sting bow, because if this mannequin tries to choke the life out of me, I want you to paralyze it. So you just have to hold the arrow right up against his temple. You don't even have to aim. You can't possibly miss this way.
Oh, I'm so glad that you have such faith in me.
I do. Okay. Grace check to remove the... I'm not going to say it because I know I'm going to mess it up.
Amulet.
Was it just one? Yes, amulet. Was it one roll?
Yeah, it's her advantage. So 2 and take the better one. Sorry. Because Letty's read the instructions.
Okay, I got a 4 then with advantage.
Great. So as you kind of pull apart this chocolate flesh that feels almost like silk in your hands, and not like it should, not like chocolate should. It doesn't melt the way you were expecting it. Like skin without the muscle and sinew underneath it. And it's disturbing as you pull it apart, and it stays where you push it before you reach your hand in following Letty's instructions to grab the parapet, the amulet, and rotate it around as if unscrewing a light bulb before pulling it down and out. And this is clearly that beautiful purple glow as it pulses in your hand, and the mannequin grabs your wrist with both of its hands as it screams at you before it suddenly starts to collapse. Its head falls off, its arms fall off, its nails that are digging into your flesh suddenly lose their grip, and you look down at a pile of essentially dust, a failed ritual that this was her cage. And you look at the parapet, and this purple swirl starts to expand and swirl out around you, and you look and see a screaming figure. Sorry, 1 second. A screaming figure suddenly appears above you before before it jumps and seems to jump through the ground, and you can kind of watch it then looking over to the study. This ghost form now made in almost real, almost fully done with its ritual, heads through the study up the ceiling, and you hear crack, and the tower starts to shake around you, and you hear a sudden roar. And even in this almost alternate dimension of her bedroom, the scent of cinnamon and chocolate, her sort of human cinnamon almost scent, and the dragons finally merging as her soul fills the hollow of the vessel, and a dragon is born. And you guys need to get out of the tower. We're going to say you've got about 2 actions before this tower collapses on you. So what you doing?
I don't want to say I told you so, but I freaking told you so. Everyone huddle up.
Well, we have the dagger. I'm going to put this in my pocket.
Are we
now.
sure this is the dagger? Did we look at the vanity and see, is there another dagger sitting there?
We have 2 actions, she said.
2 actions.
If that's one of your
as
2 actions
chunks
each, or
of
2
stones
actions
start to fall down.
There
This
a
includes getting the fuck out, by the way.
Yeah, is there a window in her room?
There is not. It's a completely enclosed space. It's a sort of a magical alternate portal reality, sort of like Ashcan had in terms of him opening up and going into his little study room. This is something separate, and the only way in and out seems to be that portal to the study.
So it just seems like we have to go through the portal, and that takes 1 action.
Or you just huddle up and I
Well, that
click
would
my
be
heels.
movement, and I'd be allowing you to just run out, essentially. But if you wanted to, like, for example, run out, also take the tapestry with you, that would be 2 actions.
So couldn't we just... Okay, are we trying to like physically run out of the tower? Because like the other thing we could do is we could use the boots.
Okay, more or less, I'm giving you 1 action and 1 running away action. So it just giving you the opportunity to do 1 thing before you inevitably has to leave the tower.
Gotcha.
That's more or less what I'm doing.
Yeah, Adelaide wants to make sure that the dagger that we have is the right dagger, because now we definitely need to kill the dragon. So she wants to make sure that there isn't like the vanity of the dresser doesn't have another dagger.
Roll me, let me see, investigation wits. Roll me a wits. As you quickly run over to the dresser and vanity
12.
and start ripping them apart. You got a 12?
8 under 12, yeah.
8 under 12, beautiful. And you kind of like pat around looking for anything else metallic. You look towards the bed and maybe ruffle the sheets around. No, this seems to have been the only dagger in this room.
Okay, it's rusty, but it must be the right one.
And then Adelaide, I'm going to assume you are getting out of that portal and getting out of the tower, as that is your 1 action.
Yep.
All right. And Letty or Lagolla, any last actions, last loot that you want to try to preserve or save or get out with? You can grab something from this room, the study room, the kitchen. Those are all on your way out.
I would like to grab the tapestry from the kitchen. I made a promise.
Oh, very nice. I will give you the garden key for free.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That would be like, wait, I can't. I told Al I'd get him. Everyone meet in the kitchen.
And the kitchen's way out anyway.
Yep, exactly. So you managed to pull that garden tapestry down. You grab the garden key and you get out. Lagolla, what are your 1 action before you run out?
Since Letty got the garden key for free, then I guess I'll just use my action to take the bedroom tapestry in case somehow this subspace exists beyond the tower and we can use it later.
Well, you have the recipe for sleepy time tea. You can make it. You're going to have to figure out how to get the candied sugar plums and fresh rosebuds from somewhere, but it is possible. And you know there's a treasure chest full of gems in there if you can figure it out. As you get out of the tower. As you guys get out of the tower, holding your goods, you see the top of the tower start to collapse, and boom, as it falls down to the side, and a large cinnamon dragon suddenly appears over the tower. And you think it's going to turn and attack you. And instead you see it sort of scream into the air, a mist of deadly cinnamon, probably hot, up into the atmosphere before it is also opens its wings and starts to fly off towards Deerhollow to finish the job it started a year ago before they killed it.
Boots, the boots, the boots.
I've been calling for everyone to huddle for a very long time.
And then as Letty says that, you guys hear the clomp of a metal armored boot, and you look to your side. You've got a moment, and the dark chocolate knight is right there. His spear kind of just in his arm, and he's getting ready to attack you if you don't get out of here.
I don't understand sports space references. What's a huddle?
Just touch my hand. God dang it.
Hold my hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
together.
I figured. So you guys grab each other's hands, tapestries underarm. I'm just going to give this to, I guess Lagolla has this in her hand right now, she said, just so you know what it does. It is take 3 heart dice to use, just as a heads up. 3 gift dice to use. So roll well as you guys hold hands, imagining Deerhollow, and teleport around the well. I presume was where you were aiming for. As you look up in the sky, as a dragon is sort of just starting to appear above the tree line over on the far side. You've got a moment to get ready. You kind of appear there and look over towards the town hall, and you see your 5 remaining people kind of getting ready, because it is evening time. You spent the entire day getting to the witch's tower, spending time in the witch's tower. The moon is rising with this dragon coming over, and your friends are getting ready for bed, all in one place near the town hall. You got 1 action, and then the dragon's going to come in, and we're going to roll initiative.
Okay, we have everything that we need. Who's got the tail?
Yeah.
And the ring? And the...
Oh, yes. I have the ring here. I guess give it, letting you know, Magic. Here's the ring.
Okay. Just give me everything.
And so once people give me stuff, I'm going to toss the ingredients, like the Earl King's, the ring, all that kind of stuff.
Great.
And the Rat King's tail, and the item from the caster's history, the periapt.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for saying it as well.
What's up?
Yes.
And I throw it.
Great. So you guys throw all these items into the well, and you hear or feel this rumble of magic under your feet, under these cobblestones, as it rocks and rolls the very earth you're under, before a sort of a burst of beautiful lilac purple shoots out, and sprinkles start to fall, and like a volcano, its ashes spreading through the atmosphere. And you, Letty, Adelaide, you guys have these sprinkles sort of fall onto your skin and melt in, and you feel yourselves for the first time in a week. The candied confectionery curse lifting from you. You look then towards the town hall, your friends like blinking as human again, as they appear human again, and you hear the voices of many other new targets for the dragon kind of come to life as the town hall starts to fill with the entire town full of people.
That cover can get really uncomfortable. Is
a confectionery construct, pure magic, not cursed, as it continues to fly, and it is about to rain down hell on you. So let us roll. Oh, hold on. Let me switch back to just for funsies.
Should have tested the dagger.
Yes. Everybody inside. Everybody inside.
Yeah,
everybody inside now.
Most everybody is inside, but the 5 friends will hurry back into the town hall just north of you. I need a wits roll for everybody, please, and let's get this party rolling as the dragon bears down on you. Natural 1, nice.
Natty 1. What a
Natty 1.
Son of a biscuit. 13 over 12.
Too bad, Adelaide. Lagolla?
8 under 10.
8 under 10. All right. You and Letty get to go before the dragon. You guys, we This is why I had you go through all your magical items that other session. You know what you have. You've got your magic weapons at the ready. Now's the time to use your equipment.
So, Letty, I have an idea. I'm going to try and use the butterfly clip and then shoot the dragon with the bow in hopes that it paralyzes it and it just crashes into the planet, and then we just beat the crap out of it.
That sounds great. You do it. That's fun.
And she's looking around for stones that she could potentially manipulate. So yeah, you do your thing, man.
Yes. So, yes. Okay. So yeah, I'll use the butterfly clip to fly and then fly up near a dragon, as insane as that sounds to me. And with the bee, was it bee sting bow? Yeah, bee sting bow. I will attempt to shoot said dragon.
All right. Give me the grace roll needed for shooting.
That's a 5. I succeed.
That hits, and then I believe I roll a save. What's the save for the bee sting bow?
Let me pull that back up. It is resolve. Sorry.
Yeah, just bee sting bow. I will roll my save for it. Right, I forgot I needed to. I'm thinking there's a DC and there isn't. That's my bad. She succeeds, so she is not stunned.
Okay, so does it still do damage, or
it still does damage? Please give me the damage. Yes. She saved for the
6. Another 6.
Nice. Okay. So let's see here. You shoot an arrow from your bee sting bow and you watch as it pierces into this dragon's hide before it kind of falls off, and you feel like it didn't do quite as much damage as it should, but you did manage to get a little bit in here.
This thing is quite tough. It didn't, these arrows aren't piercing. I mean, dragons. Anyway, hit it harder.
Hit it harder.
Okay, quick question. Who has the Whispering Wyvern
I got
item? You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can whisper a weakness or secret.
In the back of my mind, I might do that, but I have another idea I might try first.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Letty, it is
it.
your turn, as you were get to go before her.
Range-wise, is this close enough for me to cast glitter spray?
Ooh, I will. Yeah, glitter spray has a range of. Let me just
nearby.
Nearby, yes, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Seeing that the stun didn't work, and wanting to get the dragon down on the ground so that someone can stab it with the dagger, Letty is going to pull out the Wand of Whimsy.
Nice.
And one of the. Well, actually, wait a second. What does Croak do?
Croak is
turn you into a frog?
Hold on. It's one of the spells in this companion book.
I don't have that one.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just pulling it up. Here we are. Croak, range nearby. Dice, inanimate objects only are each turned into frogs. So yes, but inanimate object. You can make an army of frogs if you like.
Okay. And then I'm just double checking some spells. And then
Absolutely,
do you have Dwindle in there as well? Because I don't see it in this spell.
Dwindle. I'm going to take a screenshot of this just so you can see. But Dwindle, some target shrinks down to the size of mice. I would say because this is a very large dragon, it would be the size of a medium creature instead of a mouse. But along with everything they are holding or carrying for dice hours, unwilling targets who fail their save can attempt to regain after 1 round. So you could make it much smaller.
Okay. So would it be better to try to do that? It would stun, would I think like stunning it would bring it to the ground?
Stunning it would bring it to the ground. It would definitely get a save against a stun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to cast glitter spray and see if I can bring it to the ground. So I pull out the wand of whimsy. I'm like, okay, I usually don't use the wands. Yeah. And then she's going to be like, butterflies. And then bursting from it are going to be all sorts of these beautiful glittering butterflies that's just going to fly up, kind of get around the head and the face and the wings of this creature. So I need to, up to some creatures. So I'm just going to do one of my dice because I only need the one creature. So it's going to be, and so if it fails its test, it'll 6 rounds.
6. So you rolled high.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. I'm afraid I rolled a 2.
And it passed. Yeah, fair enough.
Passed. So these butterflies fly up and around its face, and it shakes it and sort of beats its wings in front, blowing this glitter away from its face.
And then she's going to move because she was out in the open by the well. She's going to try to move like in like an alley between buildings or something like that, somewhere where she might have some cover in case this.
I'll give you advantage on your grace check for that.
Awesome.
If you need it.
Yeah.
All right. So now you watch as Dulcinea, the cinnamon dragon, turns around this town square, and it is going to start by breathing in and breathing down this hot molasses cinnamon across the town square. So I need Lagolla, I'm going to say you're flying up, but it is kind of above you, breathing down. I will give you advantage because you're in the air on this check, but it is about to do essentially a breath weapon. I need a grace check from everybody. Those that I've said have advantage. As good.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20. So I'm glad I had, yeah, so that's passed.
Adelaide?
17.
Does anyone want to help Adelaide?
Yeah, I was to say, how far?
I would need 5.
This is the time to really use it. You've got audience points to use, audience bits to use.
I'll take an audience
from the audience.
Yeah, I'll try.
I can help.
This is her biggest hitter. So this is the one to do it with.
I can help too.
I gave a 3.
I haven't used mine.
Yeah, I rolled 3.
3?
I also rolled a 3.
Perfect.
Ooh, thank you.
Adelaide, with sort of calls from your friends in either direction, you manage to duck kind of behind the tiny roof of the well, just perfectly balanced that you manage to only take half of this. So everybody that succeeded is going to take half damage. So full damage is 20, half is 10.
Ooh.
That's why I pushed. As the blast hits the entire town, you watch as some of the buildings around you, especially Letty, who's now in the sort of alleyway, sort of crumble in this hot molten cinnamon breath weapon, just disintegrating things underneath it.
Wait, just to confirm. So it's like a flat 20. It's not like roll the dice to see how much. Oh, okay, then I'm dead. Because I have...
you succeeded.
Well, if it's half, I take 10 points. I only have 9 hit points.
Okay. So that means that we are going to do a quick check. You're not dead. But you are wounded. Let me just grab the quick notes. Start. This is probably... There we go. Show to players. Okay, so you are now wounded. So if you look on the top right of the quick start guide, if you reach 0 hit points, you cannot act or move until stabilized with healing or magic. Adelaide, your friend drops from the sky quite close to you. I'm not going to put damage on that because you're already unconscious. And you need to roll me a D8 on the wounded table, please.
Kipster, I'm not sure. I have no idea because I know it's perils and princesses, but like would armor mitigate the fire blast at all? Like the fire breath at all?
Yeah, I'll say armor would mitigate.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that would affect you, Lagolla, because I know you were close. If you have armor.
I have 9 hit points. I have 1 armor. So it just is the perfect number. I did roll a 4 though. So I got a badass scar from a dragon, which I'll take.
Very good. So you have a gnarly visible scar making for a good story that impresses some people from this battle. So you are unconscious, maybe like across your torso, just burn marks from where this blast has hit you. And you can kind of see her flesh sizzling next to you, Adelaide. Okay. So she is then going to kind of go. This is her big weapon. I'm going to wait until next round because I can attack thrice, but that feels mean. So that brings us to Adelaide. Your friend is beside you, the dragon above you. What are you doing?
So I'm thinking a couple things. Real quick bookkeeping thing. The dagger requires 3 gift dice.
Mhm.
I currently have 2 gift dice. So
you can use 5 bit points from the audience to refresh a gift dice.
Okay. So like I can heal Lagolla.
I have 3 gift dice. I was trying to get the dragon on the ground though.
Yeah. So I will use the 2 gift dice that I have to heal Lagolla.
Okay.
And then we'll see what I have left after I roll. Let me choose wisely which of these D6s I'm rolling.
It's really good you guys are defeated release the candy cursed before doing this battle though. But yes, what did you roll?
Yes. Okay, so I rolled a 1 and a 5, which means I don't have doubles.
Okay. Yes, great.
So it means he gets 6 HP back in healing, but that means that I am also down to 1 gift die.
Okay, very good. So Lady Lagolla, you come back to consciousness. Adelaide over you, kind of probably pushing some of her berries into your mouth. And you look down and this scar, it's red and tender, but it's not boiling anymore. She's healed you enough that it's stable.
Am I dead, Adelaide?
No.
Are you
not.
dead too? What?
No,
I think I got hit by a dragon.
You did actually get hit by a dragon, and you have this amazing scar. It looks like it really hurts right now. That's going to be a great story. It's going to be a great story.
I'm so itchy. Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
We still do have to take care of the dragon, though. So there's
it roars above you. Letty and Lagolla, it is your turns again. Up to you who goes first.
I can either try and stab it with the dagger. So with being knocked out, does that ruin the fly curse that my clip gave me? Or am I still able to use that?
It's an item. It's not like your magic. So I would say you can still use it.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it needed to be like recharged technically.
Good question. I'm going to rule it that as it is not your personal magic, it wouldn't go down with you.
Okay. So then out of character, I think instead of trying to stun it, should I just attack it with the dagger and see if that's enough damage to... I mean, I'm sure it has a lot of health, but it would do significantly more damage if I'm not able to stun it again.
So it's up... I'm sorry, I was reading a lot of spells. Is it flying still? Is it
yes,
still flying?
It is still up above you.
We could see if the dagger has a similar effect. With the resolve rolls, I imagine this has some pretty good resolve being a dragon.
Okay. What are the... Okay, I was trying to think of a way to get it down. I don't know. I was thinking I could use my elemental barrage to rain down like stone to see if I could bring it down. So you don't have to worry about...
Yeah. I'm happy to take that.
So if that's the case, then Letty will call out like, "Wait a second, I'll bring it down," and then we'll attempt to.
The buildings around you are made, some of them have made stone near the tops for their towers, and you pull those up and just down. If you would like to roll me,
Okay.
I assume you're rolling dice?
Yeah, I got to roll. Yeah, I got to roll because it's a number, it's an AoE and it basically does a barrage. There's a little bit of damage as a barrage, but like I'm mainly hoping to bring
push it down.
Like,
no, that's totally acceptable.
Down.
It's hard to fly with stones hitting you in the face.
Okay. So here we go. Okay, so that's 5. So it's going to take so it'll take 5 damage or half on a successful save, but it rains down. And
right. Let me there we go. That is a failed save as it's taking full damage. 5 points of magical damage is going to hurt. As you kind of see it kind of screaming in the air. Its wings kind of starting to tuck into it as Dulcinea crashes into this cobblestone floor. You pushed it to the ground.
And then she'll just call
Lagolla.
out,
Stab it in its stupid face.
Everything burns. She will like stumble her way toward the dragon, and
All right.
I'll take the dragon's bane dagger. And so, do I roll my 3 gift dice?
So yes, this is essentially you are rolling a grace check to attack, and then you get a d6 of base damage, and then 3 gift dice. So you're essentially rolling 4d6.
I just barely made the grace check. I rolled a 13.
2. Very good. All right. And then let me know if you hit any mishaps with doubles. But yes.
I rolled a 3, a 4, and a 5 on my
Perfect.
3 gift dice.
So you do 12 points of damage with your gift dice, and how much with your standard damage with just the dagger?
I don't actually. Is a dagger a d6 or a d4?
D6.
Oh, okay. Then let me roll one more.
Mhm.
That's 1. So 13.
13 points of damage. You slice into its flesh as if it were butter. This armor that you could tell your arrow hadn't been able to pierce very well, it doesn't seem to matter as these sort of cinnamon scales start to just fall off it, a gush of cinnamon scented blood hitting you a little bit in the face probably as it pools out in front of you on the cobblestone. The Dulcinea rears back screaming, but still alive, incredibly hurt.
Oh God, I have cinnamon in my wound. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, you're probably never going to be able to eat cinnamon again. Yeah. So it is, you can tell that it is struggling now, and it turns in a circle, kind of like a caged cat looking for a way out as it is not doing well. All right, it is its turn. It is going to quickly kind of, I think, fair is fair. Lagolla, you are going to get attacked by a bite, and Adelaide, it's going to try to claw you, and Letty, as you're ducking in the alleyway, a tail kind of swings by you. So it is going to do 1 on each of you. Give me a grace check, each of you, and let me know if you succeed or fail. So yes to Lagolla. You managed to dodge this maw as it claps down right in front of you. Adelaide, that claw is going to do a d6 of damage. Oopsie.
I'm almost guaranteed to go down. I've got 3 HP left. And you rolled a 3.
As I rolled a 3 of damage, that claw raking you maybe across the face, and the palm hitting your head. Roll me on the D8 on the wounded table.
So,
Letty, did you succeed?
Armor?
I do.
Oh, do you have armor?
I do have a frying pan, which is 1 armor shield.
But you're not using it as a shield right now, or are you?
I mean, I was just healing,
Okay.
So that's fair that I wasn't using it.
No, I'm happy if you think your character would have had it out. Then that would be 1 hit point.
Oh yeah, I mean there was a dragon.
Okay, great. So you have it out. I'm just trying to set the scene and understand.
No, absolutely.
Then yes, you have 1 hit points. You managed to pull up your frying pan and just manage to dodge some of the claws. Some still rake. You feel blood sort of trickling near your cheek, but you managed to avoid the bulk of it. Letty, did you succeed or fail?
I did. 9 under 11.
Beautiful. All right. That means Adelaide, it is your turn.
Okay.
Didn't you pick up a healing potion, somebody?
Wakey potion.
Oh, I thought we picked up a red potion at some point. Because it was like a red raspberry drink of some kind.
Oh, yeah, it's a red raspberry drink.
I don't have it.
I thought it was I assume all red things are potions, my bad.
No, it's just it's a raspberry concentrate.
So Adelaide
you drink it looking for help. No, that's tastier than normal. Oh wait, that's not doing anything. Sorry, Adelaide, go.
So Adelaide is going to say, "Ow!" and she's going to go at this dragon with goodness. I've lost
your sword
my
sword. Frying
split
pan.
Second. Sorry, the name escaped me.
The split second sword. You get to hit twice.
Frying pan, split second. Okay. And I am rolling Resolve.
Yes, you are.
5 for the first one.
Perfect.
And 12, which is right on for the second one.
Meets it, beats it.
All right. So D8, that is a 7 and a 3. So 10.
Perfect. So with 10, even with their armor, you managed to hit it twice, piercing through that hole that Lagolla had made with her dragon's bane dagger into it. And you push your arm up and feel it hitting the core. And you think you've hit a heart as you quickly pull your arm out, and just this gush of cinnamon blood sprays out and down. And Dulcinea screams into the air in pain before her head lolls to the side and thumps into the ground next to you as you have defeated Dulcinea in her dragon form.
Is it? Did you get it?
I think I did. I think
did it.
And Ellie's looking at Letty, looking at Lagolla. I think and she's like sort of poking at her with split second.
Nothing twitches. And you
Letty
hear
runs over, steps over top of Lagolla, and it's just like,
You did it! You killed the dragon out of life! You're a dragon slayer!
I did it.
I'll just lay here for a minute and catch my breath.
And you guys hear the townsfolk who are peeking out of the town hall start to cheer and clap, and they all sort of come out and start trying to like pull you up and help you, and just trying to take care of you and appreciate you for saving them from the dragon, as you have saved the Deerhollow and the entire kingdoms from the confectionery curse.
Hey,
What?
We did it.
And they start to have a huge celebration. They bring out drinks and food, none of it sweet. Absolutely nothing sweet. A beautiful steaks, a pig roast, pies, savory pies, and sort of a mulled wine or a sort of a dense dark beer, as a sort of a rapturous party just starts at just throwing you in the air. Do you guys, are you going to try to sneak away? You're going to enjoy the festivities as they happen?
Does anyone have burn ointment?
Yes, you see.
I'll give you a couple more berries.
Yeah, there's a couple of berries. You see Maya and Ethan sort of come over, and Maya's like, thanks. Here. And she'll kind of like start patting you with some sort of liquid. I get burned in the forge. I've got stuff.
That makes sense. Oh, thank you.
And
God.
Letty, you've got sort of the innkeeper starts to just trying to give you all of her drinks that she can. You got to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yeah.
Okay.
I spent 12 years letting this age properly.
Sure.
just guzzling it.
Adelaide, Connie's like, we can go home now. We can finally go home. Oh, thank you so much. This is so great.
Yes, I would like the bitterest beer that you have. I don't want anything that's even remotely sweet for a very, very long time.
Me too. Let's go bother the innkeep for it all. Let's get drunk together.
Yes. But she's like taking like Letty and Lagolla, like we should all celebrate together.
And you see Baz just kind of like starting to chop the head off the dragon, his large sort of town guard torso rippling as he does this. I didn't get to punch the dragon, but this will do. Maybe we can eat it.
I don't recommend that.
He seems
Cinnamon is
determined.
pretty tasty.
And you kind of poignantly remember that Roxy seems to still be missing from this town, stuck somewhere in the Fey realm. But there's a howl sort of a wolf close by, and a chocolate lab runs into the town square towards Rory and his father, and yipping around in full chocolate lab form without any candy attached. And yeah, you've got everybody kind of happy and celebrating with you.
Letty, tomorrow are we gonna go keep our promise?
Yeah, we gotta get the guy out of the thing. A good old Al. I think we're gonna have to break it because the mannequin and then the dragon are like in pieces.
We could still see if the well has the items. Maybe they're still functional.
I think we needed like a vessel for him, a body, you know?
The mannequin, well, I have the tapestry for the bedroom, and if it survived, there's a chance.
Did I misunderstand? It didn't dissolve? Yeah, it dissolved, right?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if somehow it was like a subspace that even though the tapestry was in the tower, the room itself was in some other realm.
Oh, well,
What do
the
you
room
think,
exists. The
Gallicrow?
mannequin dissolved.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Letty, you feel sort of
Gallicrow.
rustling. Yeah. I'm with you on this. You feel rustling in your backpack, and a stick hand sort of shoots out and grabs the side before you see Gallicrow starting to pull himself out. Hello, we've made new friends.
Hi, Gallicrow. This is Hopsalot.
Hello,
Hopsalot. This is Gallicrow. Hopsalot,
I'm
you
Gallicrow. I love you and would kill for you.
Oh, well, yeah. Look at this. I'm just so happy to see your friends now. That's great.
We did it, Gallicrow.
Did
you see it?
Yes.
Someone
No, but I see you killed the dragon. I'm going to start my quest to become a real boy now.
Well, and
You are a
Gallicrow, you
real
had
boy.
somebody that made you. Maybe we could have a body made for the chocolate rabbit.
Yes, you can talk to my fairy godmother.
There we go.
That's a great idea. What a
Problem
good idea,
solved.
Lagolla. Good job, Lagolla.
When she's drunk, she's a happy and very friendly drunk. Yeah.
You're so
Totally put
smart,
off by it.
Lagolla. You're so smart. Good job. That's great. Oh my goodness. Whew.
So as
yes.
this party goes well into the night, everybody happy and celebrating the first time, you guys probably wake up with a hangover. What do you see in the future for your princesses? What do you think you would do after having saved the kingdom's alkaloids and recognitions throughout the realms?
Adelaide would travel with Connie.
Mm-hmm.
So we would kind of go back to, kind of where
Gentle
we
Falls.
were. But Adelaide is the party planner, reunion planner. So depending on what everyone else is doing, Adelaide is definitely the one who like makes sure that on like birthdays and things that we're still like getting together and doing all of those things because friends are so important.
Yes. Letty, what do you think you would be doing in the future?
Right. So, Letty and probably Lagolla, we'd probably track down Gallicrow's. Like that'll be one thing for sure. And once Al is set free, we're gonna see if Al wants to come along. And like Al, you want to come
anything.
adventuring?
That desperation takes a while to like calm down a little.
So Letty will be like,
Al, Gallicrow.
Yes.
So Hopsalot, y'all want to see JP? You like mountains?
Yes. Anywhere new.
Well, you should come see. You should. Well, you can come hang out with me. I'll show you everything. It's really pretty, and the best part about it, there's no candy anywhere on the mountain. Like it's not even close. Nowhere close to it whatsoever.
Beautiful.
And then Letty is going to look around for a nice 17-foot tall manling deer. Every night she's going to pray to her fairy godmother that tomorrow the statue of David would be coming along and knocking on her door.
Your fairy godmother drops you a ticket to the next Eternal Ball where maybe you can plan a heist.
And then we can get Roxy too. I'm gonna get the band back together. We're gonna save Roxy. I'm gonna get David. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna go in with us. I'm gonna get 20 of us now because we collected so many friends. And Adelaide's got all their numbers. Everything's in the calendar.
I'll join. I can punch people.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and that is where we will close our campaign. Perils and Princesses, Sweet Revenge, written by Destiny Howell, art by Ryan Lynch, and our players, Melissa playing Adelaide, Jeff playing Letty, Derek playing Lagolla. We had Aaron playing Gallicrow and Isabelle playing Roxy. And I've been your GM, Kipser. Thank you so much for joining us for this entire story and this entire campaign. If you leave a comment with a question on what I've changed or done, feel free to do that in the YouTube comments or in our Discord channel, the Adventures in Lollygagging Discord. Jeff, you want to close us out here?
Sure. First, I want to say thank you for running this. This is so much fun. This is the first game that you ran for us, and there's going to be more to come. So very excited to play more Kipser GM games.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. That was a blast. And the game is super fun. Super fun.
Yes.
Sweet, cute, and but also has fun little mechanics and stuff. So really fun. But okay, so in terms of what we got next, stream wise, before I get to stream, let me talk about what I was reading tonight while I was role playing, reading Dulcinea's book. I was reading Huckleberry RPG because our friend Steven has been working on that really hard. So if you like cinematic horror, Western stuff, take a look at that. Hop on our Discord. You can chat about the game there as well. You can get all sorts of updates for when it comes up to crowdfunding later this year. Stream wise, you can see the next game we have. You can see Kipser, myself, Melissa on Thursday as we are playing through some Swords of the Serpentine. Yeah, I know that feeling. Whenever, when I'm done with Call of Cthulhu, that jacket goes off so fast. It's ridiculous.
This was great in winter.
Yeah. We were finishing it right, just the right time. So Thursday, Swords of the Serpentine. Friday, we got Magnus Archives. Saturday, we've got Call of Cthulhu. Monday, we got our new game that we just started up last night. Our session 0 was last night. So we want to get in on the ground level of a zany sci-fi time traveling campaign. Come back next Monday. And we're off for a couple weeks on Tuesday, but we will be back. And Kipster's is already planning the next game.
Yeah.
So we will be back for that. And
Mystery Flesh Pit, anyone?
Yeah, I would never not say no to a mystery flesh pit. Eric, would you ever say no to a mystery flesh pit?
Sounds like good fun. I think there's antics that could be had there.
I think there's definitely antics. Any final words before we get out of here?
Thanks everyone for playing.
Best friends.
We're all best friends.
Friends are the best.
Yes.
Even Letty and Lagolla underneath.
Yes.
And at the end of the day,
there's a Nugity Center.
Absolutely.
It's a frenemy where if anybody else tries to step in and be mean to the other person, they're going down.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No one's going to make fun of Lagolla, but me. Okay.
All right. We are going to raid Quest Keep. They're playing some, I don't know, some about steam buns. I saw it said steam buns, and so I'm there for that. So go ahead, follow that raid. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.